Hello, everyone. I welcome you all back to the TAFFGA channel on YouTube. Please, if this is your first time, please do what to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and please share this live so others can also join us. Yeah, today is going to be an exciting moment. It's going to be an exciting time. Please let me know if I'm audible. Yes, kindly let me know if I'm audible and you can hear me. Yes. Thank you guys for coming on live. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the new update. If you have any questions, you can just come in with them, and then we all dissect and go forward from there. Yes, kindly let me know if you can hear me, if I'm audible and you can hear. Yeah. Okay, so just yesterday, the IRCC Minister, Honorable Marc Miller, he came to address us. As we all know, from January of 2022, he earlier came to address us, and he said everything in this video. I want us to just have a look. I'm watching from Evans and Poma. I'm watching from Seria Kontom Bragan. Oh, Seria Kontom, yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Evans. Thank you for coming on live. Thank you. It's an honor and privilege to have you here. Yeah, thank you very much. So kindly let me know where you're actually watching from, so we all grow and expand, right? Yes, thank you very much, guys. So as I was saying, there's this particular video that I want to take us back. I want us to take us back from how the whole process started and why the RCC minister is actually imposed. I would say imposed. He's actually asking us, all international students coming in already in Canada, thinking of coming to Canada. He's addressing that moving forward and starting on September 2024, international students will be allowed to work only 24 hours. Romeo Quartin, please, can I get your number? Okay, kindly send me maybe like a DM, an email. Yes, you can send me an email. Just a minute. Yeah. So Romeo, yeah, as you have it there, that's the email address that you can actually reach me on. Yeah. So we will take it from there, right? Yeah. So this is the video right here.
I'd also like to update you on 3 temporary policies affecting international students that were set to expire by the end of the year. The main purpose for an international student to be in Canada is to study. However, since most students are currently halfway through their school year and some are working full-time to meet their needs, we will extend the temporary policy that has allowed eligible international students to work more than 20 hours per week through till April 30th of 2024, the end of the academic year. We're currently examining options for this policy in the future, but we know that 40 hours a week is untenable if you're a student, and are looking to potentially expand off-campus work hours for international students up to 30 hours per week while class is in session. Our data shows us that 80% of international students or more work more than 20 hours a week.
Okay, Romeo, I'm watching you from US. Oh, good. Thank you very much, Romeo. Thanks for having you here. So now that was Honorable Marc Miller addressing all international students that they are going to extend the policy that made international students work full-time to April of 30th. That is today. Yes. So from late of last year coming through to 2020, April 30, 2024, international students were actually made to work full-time number of hours. You can do 120 hours a week based on your own strength and your capability, right? So people were actually speculating few days coming, just like 2 or 3 days. People were actually on the internet, like sharing that are they going to make international students go back to 20 hours a week? That is the default 20 hours a week, or they are going to let them work maybe 30 hours a week, or is it still going to be full time? So then that is where we actually came from. This policy actually allow international students to work full time. So then let's just watch this other video. I'm trying to build a point so you guys can all understand why this thing is in session, right?
And off-campus work hours for international students up to 30 hours per week while class is in session. Our data shows us that 80% of international students or more work more than 20 hours a week. But there is flexibility, and we were looking at an hour category in and around 30 hours, but it hasn't been decided yet. So there's a middle ground there that we need to look at. I'm going to look at more data with my team to make sure that something like 30 hours actually makes sense.
So now this was January 2024 when, and they also held a session that people were asking, are they going to expand it or make it like a default 30 hours a week, or we are going back to default 20 hours a week? So there in the video, as we all heard, he stated that they are considering like finalizing and making it a default 30 hours a week, but it hasn't been approved yet. And he's going to sit down with his people, like his board of members, so they actually think about this whole motion and maybe try to decide which one will be right for international students. So they came up this last just yesterday. Yes, just yesterday, exactly 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So he came to address us and he brought something that everyone wasn't expecting. There is actually new and it's got people talking and talking and talking. So he came up with this video.
About to announce won't affect most students who are just at the end of their academic year now and planning to work through the summer, because students are already allowed to work unlimited hours during the school breaks under certain conditions stated in their study permits. So with these considerations in mind, we intend to make permanent changes to allow up to 24 hours of off-campus work for international students, with a goal of having that in place for the fall. As most shifts are 8 hours long, the new 24-hour rule means that students can work up to 3 shifts a week. It's been shown by research, and we know that increasing working hours while studying at post-secondary institutions can lead to declining academic performance and increase the risk that students will drop out of their programs. We need to support international students and make sure they're set up for success and that they're here properly studying.
Okay, so he said so many things in the video that I want us to take them one after the other. From the side that he's coming, he actually has a point. He actually has a point. So then let's just take the video step by step. Let's not rush into consuming all that he said.
About to announce won't affect most students who are just at the end of their academic year now.
So he earlier began by stating that these changes that he's bringing, it wouldn't affect most students who are actually at the end of their semester, especially for those taking the 1-year programs and who started fall of 2023. By April, they are done with school. So they had the opportunity to like work full time till they complete. So they are not affected by this new rule. But those who started like winter 2024, they are going to still be affected with this thing, right? So he addressed that, and he's actually right with that. Okay.
And planning to work through the summer, because students are already allowed to work unlimited hours during the school breaks under certain conditions stated in their.
So this new rule actually means that once you are in school, you are going to be working just 24 up to 24 hours. But after school breaks, maybe I remember those who take their 1-year programs, every 4 months they are giving like 2 weeks. So that 2 weeks that you are on break, you can actually work full time. You can work maybe 100 hours a week for those just the 2 weeks. And when you resume back to school, you only do what, 24 hours a week.
Their study permits. So with these considerations in mind, we intended to make permanent changes to allow up to 24 hours of off-campus work for international students with a
They are making it 24 hours a week off campus. So people who are actually hired and working in campus, they can work more hours. So this is actually a good thing for people who are actually working in their schools. These people can continue to work on limited hours, but it's just for people who are working off campus. So let's say, for example, you school in maybe Conestoga College or maybe at the University of Toronto, and you work in your campus, you can work on limited hours. But if you are working for maybe Tim Hortons, McDonald's, a nursing care home, or whatever, you are allowed to only work 24 hours a week. And there are some serious repercussions that come with this. Yes. Some people may think, oh, I'm almost done with school. Maybe they will be completing in August. So they might, not go by this rule, and they might just be working on limited hours. Just remember that after school, you are going to apply for your post-graduation work permit. And when you apply, they are going to actually scrutinize your periods when you were in school. So then they are going to calculate from that time if you worked overtime or you worked maybe against that kind of rule. So please, if you are working off campus, please do well to stick with this. Just work 3 shifts. Here in Canada, majority of the work that we do here, we work 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. It's just a little, not too many jobs that do 12 hours, but it's 8 hours per shift. So you are only allowed to work 3 shifts per week. And per the international student program, when you are a full-time international student, you go to class from Monday to Friday. That was my situation. I was working, I was always going to class from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. So there is not enough time for you to work. That is why they are coming up with this. So basically, as an international student here in Canada, you're only allowed to work on weekends. That is Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, and you work maybe a double shift on Saturday, you can only work maybe 1 shift on Sunday. But that is not actually going to help you being an international student, because you've got bills to pay, and life here is something else. But this is the new rule that is coming from them.
Goal of having that in place for the fall. As most shifts are 8 hours long, the new 24-hour rule means that students can work up to 3 shifts a week.
So as he said, this new rule is going to allow international students to work just 3 shifts per week, as most shifts here in Canada are just 8 hours long.
It's been shown by research, and we know that increasing working hours while studying at post-secondary institutions can lead to declining academic performance and increase.
One, he is coming from the view and the perception that when they allow international students to work more hours, you getting money, your attention will be driven from your academic performance, and it will be channeled towards you going to get money. That is a human nature. So they are thinking, you are paying high tuition rate, so you are going to pay like $20,000, and you are not going to benefit from your studies. That is where they are coming from. But it's kind of different when you are an international student, because you got bills to pay. You are here, and you have rent, and you don't have any support back from home. Like currently as I speak, I don't really know which means that if a Ghanaian, or maybe I don't know for Nigeria, but I don't know which medium that someone will be able to transact or send money from Ghana to Canada. I don't really know. If there is, please let me know. If there is anything like that, please let me know, because all the days I have been here, I've never heard something like that. I think I've heard 1 or 2 for Nigerians, but I don't really know how it runs for Ghanaians. So it's not really easy. But he coming from that side is kind of, in a way, it's we will take it like that.
It's the risk that students will drop out of the programs. We need.
And also, he is saying that, when they make international students work full time, they will be more driven to get money and they will drop out of school. That is true. I've seen so many people like, they try to defer. And one thing that people don't tell you guys is when you come in without a plan, when you arrive in Canada without a plan, and you just come in and maybe you came with a school, maybe a 1-year program or a 2-year program, and you don't really have the money. Let's say you really have the money, but someone told you, oh, you can work and make maybe $25 per hour. It's good money to you. So you might want to defer for 1 year. The probability of you not going back to school is very high. That is very true. Take this from me. I've not really, if you take like 10 people, just one person will go back to school because you will never be content with getting money. So, and 1 year just, it just goes by real fast. So the possibility of not going back to school is very, 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 very high. Please, this is the new update that he is bringing, but please do what to stick with this because, and let's say you started your program in January 2024. And by April, you are done with your first semester. You just have one semester to complete. And at this time, if you don't go by this new policy and you still continue to work full time, it might and it can affect your PGWP. You not getting your post-graduation work permit. And it's a serious thing when you complete school and you don't get your post-graduation work permit because you didn't comply to these new policies. Right? Please, let's do what you like, stick with this because they are going to be strict, but I know they will be strict moving forward.
Permanent changes to allow up to 24 hours of off-campus work for international students with a goal of having that in place for the fall. As most shifts are 8 hours long, the new 24-hour rule means that students can work up to 3 shifts a week.
So, that's what he was saying. And in the course of all this, the discussion announcement, someone from a media asked him 2 questions. That, hi, Honorable, why do you consider 24 hours instead of 30 hours or instead of 20 hours? And why are you beginning in September and not May? Because per the previous policy, you informed us that all international students will be able to work full-time till April 30th. But with a new announcement, you are beginning that from what? September. So how many hours are international students going to work from May till August? So let's just watch this video and see how he addressed that as well.
Floated the idea of 30 hours. Can you talk about how you got to 24?
Yeah, look, 8 shifts is 3 shifts of 8 hours. It seems reasonable. It's a lot to be working during the week. We know.
The first time I watched this video, I was actually laughing because he said 3 shifts in a week is a lot. Ask any international student that that 3 shifts is that a lot because people tend to do 16 hours a day. They just work 16 hours a day. So how is 3 shifts going to be enough for them? But this is what he is saying, and back then when it used to be 20 hours a week, it was really difficult and really hard for international students because 20 hours a week means you just have to do like 2 8 shifts and just work 4 hours. So it wasn't very simple for international students, but they will say they are being considerate and they are making it 3 shifts per week. So they just keep watching.
We know that over 20 hours, there are more than 80+% of students working over 20 hours. We think it would have been unduly burdensome to reduce it to 20 hours or even more. We know from studies as well that when you start working in and around the 30-hour levels, there is a material impact on the quality of your studies. And again, being able to work 30 hours a week is as close to a full-time job, and it doesn't make sense.
So, and he has actually addressed so many things right here. So they actually think if they increase it to 30 hours a week, that is kind of close to working full-time, and it doesn't make sense to them. It doesn't make sense to them at all. And he also made another statement here that I want us to take that back again.
We know from studies as well that when you start working in and around the 30-hour levels, there is a material impact on the quality.
So he is saying there's going to be a material impact when you start working 30 hours a week, like a material impact in the sense that it's going to affect your academics. When you work 30 hours a week, that is mostly like 4 shifts plus 6 hours. So roughly, let's say 5 shifts. No, 3 shifts plus 6 hours. Yeah. So they are thinking that if they allow international students to like work maybe like 4 shifts in a week, is going to affect their academics and not going to make them, learn or maybe like take their studies seriously. There's 4 shifts now. Now, international students can actually work 80 hours a week, as 96 hours a week. So, but I don't really blame them. As we know from we Ghanaians, or let's say like Africans, I think it's even in the world, when you are in school. Me back then, through my primary days, my junior high school, my secondary school, I was not working, but it's kind of different when you come here, because you are an international student, and where we come from, when you travel, there is a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. So you concentrating only on your studies is going to really affect you. But this is what they are refusing to understand. And we can't really blame them, because they are not used to that kind of situation where when you leave, you need to take care of your family, all the burdens come directly to you. But at that point, you are still an international student, and you can't really explain to your people that this is what I'm going through, and then it's a whole serious thing altogether.
Quality of your studies. And again, being able to work 30 hours a week is as close to a full-time job, and it doesn't make sense, does not match with the idea behind the international student program, which is to study and not to work. But again, it costs a lot of money to be an international student. It can cost $40,000. So we don't want to put them in undue hardship. Students that want to come here have to realize that they can only work 24 hours in order to offset some of their costs or bring the material resources themselves when they come in.
So that is from the Honorable Marc Miller, IRC's minister, yesterday when he was addressing. He said a lot of things, that the international student program is actually there to make international students focus on their studies. Ideally, from what he was saying, you can deduce that he was trying to say that when you're an international student, you shouldn't be allowed to work as we were being trained from childhood back home. But they agree that you can spend close to $40,000 in a year for being an international student here in Canada. So they're actually trying to help you pay your bills and not try to spend more. That is why they are making you work 24 hours a week moving forward. And he also said that it is okay. You need to understand that as you are becoming an international student in Canada, you are allowed to work 24 hours a week. So you don't need to have it at the back of your head that I'm going to Canada as an international student, but I'm going to work, gather money, and then go to school. No. All they are trying to say is once you have the thought of being an international student, it means you have the money. You have the money to come in, pay your tuition fee, maybe $20,000 to $40,000, as he said, being an international student. But you don't need to think that you are coming in to actually work and get money before you go to school. No. Yeah. So guys, that is from the Honorable Marc Miller yesterday. So what this is actually trying to mean, yeah. Okay, so moving forward, if you have any comments, any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section. I'll address them for you. Yes. So one will ask that, what am I going to, how many hours are we supposed to work from May to August 30? Is it 30 or 31st? I think 30. No, 31st, right? So we, from May to August, they are taking us back to the before 20 hours a week. So from tomorrow, if you're an international student here watching me right here, if you're an international student, please keep this in mind. Please keep this in mind, that you are allowed to only work 20 hours a week. Please, please. If you are still in school or you are coming in for the May intake, please, you are only allowed to work 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week till September 2024, then you can increase it to 24 hours a week. Prince Apollos, he be watching from the Emirate. Huge respect, my boys. Huge respect. Huge respect. Yes. So if you're an international student, and if like this is your first time joining us on this session, you can go through our channel list. Yeah, we have various videos. Some are about jobs, everything regarding Canada, how to transition and move from your home country, whether you are in Ghana, you are in maybe Asia, you are in Emirates, whatever. Please do want to go through them. Yes, I've shared so many stuff that will actually help you, because being an international student here in Canada is not an easy thing. Considering the fact that you need to work only 24 hours a week or maybe 20 hours a week. So let's just do a rough math here, right? And let's say you are an international student and you are made to work 24 hours a week. So 24 hours a week, and let's say you earn $25. This is outrageous, but let's just use $25. So you work 25 hours, you earn $25 per hour, and you are made to work 24 hours a week. That is going to give you what, $600. $600. That is gross income. They are now going to deduct their taxes from it. Let's just the tax rate here is 13%. I don't know if it's changed, but let's just multiply by 0.13. So that is going to be $78. So 600 minus 78. This is just a rough estimate that I'm giving to you guys, just to explain vividly if this is really going to help, because that is basis for this live stream. So if you have any comments as well, please leave them. You can also please do what to subscribe. Do me the honor of subscribing too, and let's like this session, and please share it to all your loved ones as well. If they have any comments, so and they can also bring it in. We all together address it for them. So that is going to give you $522. This is what you are getting a week. So let's multiply by 4. 4 weeks make what? A month. So 4 is going to give you $2,000, 2,088. 2,088. And let's just say you live in a single room. Maybe it's a shared apartment, or maybe a shared room, and you pay maybe 600 or 650 per month. So 650 per month. That is going to give you $1,438. $1,438. Let's say you pay any utilities, mostly maybe $50. That is just rough. You might pay more. So let's just $50. That will give you 1,388. And maybe you have a phone bill, internet, whatever. Everything, all expenses, like aside your food. Let's say $100. 100. And maybe in your grocery for the month, you don't eat much. Yes, because groceries is another thing in this country. So let's just say you eat $200 a month, which is not possible because you eat more. You don't have a car, and maybe You don't buy bus passes and stuff, right? And you don't have any other cost or any other miscellaneous thing. It's just school, work, home, and stuff. So you just be left with $1,088. This is $1,088. This is a rough estimate that I am thinking you might what have in your bank account at that time. Yes. So then let's just say you make this amount of money and you multiply it by 4. 4 is going to be $4,352, in a semester. And your school fees is maybe per semester is $9,000. So how are you going to what make it to pay your school fee? Let's just do the math right here. You are taking home $4,000 and your school fees per semester is $8,000. How? So technically, the international student program is not going to what benefit. You are not going to benefit from this. It's rather, they actually implemented it to like help you cope, so you don't lose more money or maybe like try to spend more money aside paying your tuition, because tuitions can go up as high as $40,000 a year. Yes. So guys, if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Yeah, we are coming to the end of this live session. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on board. If you have any comments, please do well to share here. Yeah, if you just came in, please let me know where you're watching us from. We're trying to build a family all together. Yes, thank you very much, guys. Please do what to subscribe and like this video for me, and please do what to share this video as well. Yes, thank you very much, guys. If there are no questions, I would like to bring this live session to an end. Yes, with all due respect and permission from you guys, I would like to bring this live session to an end. But moving forward, if after this live session and you come back again to watch it and you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. I will address them for you. Yes, I welcome you to the TA Effect. It's a very big family. Yes, please do to follow us on TikTok at the TA Effect GH, and on Facebook to Abrakwame Boateng here, which I'll be leaving them. I think they are already in the description already. Yes, so please do to follow us on all these social media platforms as well. Please share this video to all your loved ones. Yes, because it's a very critical thing. It's like I say, a video no masum. I mean, can you this side? I want to take it in P. Yes, it's more like a video, because if you are not careful when you go against this new policy, the chances of you not getting your PGWP after school is very high. That's a fact. I'm telling you guys. That was the issue back then when it was the default 20 hours a week. People, a serious thing that a common thing that people used to do is like, if you own a car and maybe you work 20 hours a week, you have a car and maybe you have a gene license, so you are allowed to technically like drive Uber. But you driving Uber, all the hours you are getting is adding up to the 20 hours a week, which people didn't know. So a lot of these Indian brothers, many of them completed their 4-year programs, their 2-year programs, and IRCC told them, we are sorry, you didn't conform to the policies of working 20 hours a week, so we can't give you a post-graduation work permit. And it was a serious thing. Please, let's do it to abide by this new policy. I know it's not easy because I have been an international student before, so I know how it is to but personally I was able to work full-time. During my time we were allowed to work full-time, so I was okay. But I actually know how it is to work 24 hours a week. This is not good for international student, but what can we do? This is not ours, so we just need to keep quiet and just be here. So please guys, do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please share this video to all your loved ones and like this video for me. Yes, until then, please guys, God bless us all, and I hope to see you in my next live or my next video. Thank you very much, guys. God bless us all. I love you guys for all those who came on board, Ivan Sampoma, Romeo Quarten, Prince, Apollos, and whoever. Yes, we are a big family. Thank you very much, guys, and I love you all from the bottom of my heart. God bless us all. Have a great day.